I promise you I just hit that damn unmute button. Good morning. I always do this. I promise I hit the freaking button. I don't know what happened, but thank you for letting me know. Good morning, online safety. I'm doing all that talking for nothing. I can't stand you. Good morning, Rio. Good morning, Jonathan. It's going to be one of those days. I'm without internet today. No. Good morning, Janelle. Good morning, Lisa. Thank you guys. I'm sorry. I swear I clicked the button. I don't know what happened. So yeah, let's do a quick recap. Let me make sure I'm not going to take this trade first, which I don't know. This is kind of a weird place at the moment. But I don't have any rules against it. Don't have any rules against it, so have to just take it, even though I'm not the biggest fan of how the charts look at the moment. All right. All right, so I'll recap once I figure out if I'm going to get into this trade or not. Which right now the entry bar would close like 2 points. It's like half of my trade though. 2 points from I would have to break even right there at that buy rotation level. I just don't like the way the charts look all the way, but like I said, I don't really have any rules against trading right now with this setup. So if it wins, it wins. If it loses, it loses. I just got to be pretty quick on the break even button since we are close to that level and we just hit it. And this is why I don't trade so close to the levels. All right, well. Okay, so let me recap again. So I am a little bit green today. So far, I have taken now 7 trades, 3 wins, 2 losses, 2 break-evens. The first loss was my very first trade, which was my fault because I didn't pay attention to the fact that the zigzag changed. So I should have broken even. By the time I realized I couldn't even break even, it just dropped. I think it went like 14 ticks in my direction. No, actually 15. So I was 1 tick away from breaking even automatically. And then it just tanked on me. The last loss that I had, so the second out of 2 losses was here. Now, what I was saying was, we're going back towards a session low. Of course, new session highs and lows are always going to be points of support or resistance, right? So right now, I don't really have a rule of price having to pull all the way back to my minor level in order for me to get into the trade. I just want the POC to be at a certain, I want it to be in the body of the entry candle. That's all that I care about. But I briefly looked through my backtest data that I have so far, and I only had 2 other examples, and one of them won and one of them broke even. So I'm going to take this as I'm going to kind of strengthen that rule a little bit, or make the rule a little bit more strict and require for price to pull all the way back to my minor level, because now at this point it's break even, right? But my thought process is this, because I always tell you guys as I'm making the rules for this and any other strategy that I have, but especially this one, because the rules actually make a lot of sense. If it's such a heavy, sorry you guys, if it's such a heavy level of support and I'm pushing back towards it, I can't have the trade in la la land where my entry bar is touching nothing. So there's like nothing to help like push the resistance to push it back further down. I mean, I was kind of stopped out to the maybe like one or two ticks beyond my stop loss for it to go in my direction, but a loss is a loss, right? So I believe that I can mitigate that when I know the first loss I could absolutely mitigate. And then I did miss 2 full wins. One of them I missed because I was looking at a trade that I broke even on that I actually should have lost as well. Just another setup where I'm just kind of like iffy on how I want certain things to be. And in the midst of that, I missed the trade. So once the market calms down a little bit, or right before the 9:30 news, since I have to sit out for a minute each way, I'll go ahead and I'll show you guys all the trades that I took before I got on stream, and then also show you guys the ones that I ended up missing out on. And yeah, we'll just go from there. But yeah, I feel like I'm kind of rounding out how I want the strategy to be. I don't really think there's very many more adjustments that I will be able to make, to be honest with you. But we'll see. Now they know they wrong. I hope y'all saw the it was so late and putting that order in. I would have definitely gotten filled. Y'all see I got that little bit of drawdown, like 2 ticks of drawdown, and it went right in my direction. I heard order submitted, but it was never on my chart until late. And you guys can see after that first bar, which is where my entry is, it never came back. All right, TP before E. Order late submitting one chart. That's trash. But yeah, so far it's been a good morning. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. Where is 76.25? So let's just hope that it stays a good morning. I can relive. So I took this trade right here because it opened over my minor level. It wasn't you, Janelle. I just forgot to turn the mic back on. I cannot stay at churches, I swear. Trade of a group trader slipped me for the first time 6 ticks on 2 of the 5. Ooh. That's some slippage for your ass. Good morning, Mr. Pipster. I'm new to trading and I blew my first account yesterday. What are your thoughts on this? It's normal. And be ready for more blown accounts. So, since you're new to trading, I will let you know I've been trading for 10 years off and on, way more off than on because I'm dumb and I just kept quitting. I would get irritated with certain things and then I would quit. And that is what you do not want to do. Okay, let me just make that clear. Don't do that. Do not do what I did. But yeah, blown accounts are normal. The biggest thing or the biggest piece of advice that I would give anybody that's new to trading is just understand that you are developing a skill that can pay you for a lifetime. And just remember that it's not an overnight thing. Don't pay attention to what you see on the internet. It is not an overnight thing at all. Give me a second. Oh, nope, it went inside. It's a marathon, not a race. Just remember that even for you to graduate high school, it takes 16 years to do so. Well, 12 years. And then if you get a college degree, a bachelor's, it takes you 16 years to do that. And really, honestly, even when it comes to high school, it really kind of takes you 13 years if you count kindergarten. So if it takes you that much time just to get basic education, right, that you're not going to use 80% of, don't come into trading thinking that you're supposed to succeed right away. I will also suggest that if you're new to trading, it's probably best for you to get probably like a 50K or 100K account. Take it slow, trade with micros. chart time is everything. Even if you find a strategy online that you really like, you're going to have to make it your own. Nobody, and I mean nobody, unless it's a paid course, but anything that you find free online, and even some of these paid courses, they still not going to tell you everything. But almost no strategy that you're going to find online, you can just take it for face value and be able to trade consistently with it. A lot of times you're going to have to put your own spin to it. Understand that some strategies work best during certain times, right? So if you learn from someone who trades in the first hour of the New York session, but you work during that time and you can't trade to the evening, well, that strategy is probably not going to work for you. Half of what you see online is bullshit. Most traders online are not transparent. Understand that as well. And just know that blown accounts happen. I mean, I bought my first Apex account in May of 2022. I passed the first account accidentally in March of this year. I think it was March. Now, granted, I was not trading consistently after I bought my first account, but that just lets you know that's how long ago I purchased my first account. Okay. I have been trading on YouTube for 6 months now, going on 6 months now. Right. And I've still been developing my strategy. Now, I had intraday swing strategies that worked really well, but I don't want to do that. I want to scalp. So, and not only am I scalping, but you can see I'm scalping with Rinkos, which is not something that you normally see. So I'm trying to put together a 1-to-1 scalping system on the most volatile pair, trading in the most volatile hours, using a bar type that you don't see anywhere, really, right? And I'm trading with volume, which is something that I just started trading with back in March, right? March, I think. Somewhere around there. January. I think it was January, but then I started on this Rinko setting in March. So it's been a journey. And that's why I'm on YouTube, to remind people that this is a journey and it's not going to be easy. It's not. But the biggest thing is, once you figure out your system that works for you, because a system and a strategy also has to work for your personality. There are people who like to risk $400 to make $100. That does not work for my personality. It drives me insane. I need at least a 1-to-1, right? So you have to find what works for you. And that is what's most important. Blew a PA early. Ay. Were you following your system though? Was a rhythmic problem to have? I say 90. Maybe 90. I was trying to be nice. But yeah, don't trip off of blown accounts. It's going to happen. It just is. And also, I would say one of the most important things to do is to understand how important the psychological aspect of trading is, because that's what gets people more than anything. You can have a great strategy, a great system, but if your mind isn't right, you're screwed. That is when you see people talk about how they're going on tilt and all these other things. Yeah, it's a real thing. It's definitely a real thing. All right, where are my levels at? Out of order. You would push where I want you to go. I just don't know about... Y'all, the POC is just moving and grooving. Oop. Oh, I'm so glad I didn't get put into a trade. Maybe I shouldn't have been glad. It was valid, right? But by the time I pushed the button, we were already into the trade, so that's why I took it off. I did see the zigzag flash green though, so I would have tried to break even, but by the time I saw that, it just took off. So I guess even though the charts didn't look exactly how I wanted it to, I just didn't like how my levels were. Everything else still worked out and I don't have rules to say that it wouldn't. So, miss questioned. The previous reversal bar hit off the major level. But like I said, I don't have rules for that. I just, it's like in this weird area, that's all. But I have been seeing this a lot, and I haven't looked at a time-based chart. What does it look like right now? Is it choppy? Yeah. And that's why I'm not used to seeing the levels look how they look, because of this. But it's nice to know that it still would have worked out. I'm telling y'all, this week with the choppiness has been the best learning lessons. Losses and all, it's been the best learning lessons. Because I know when I carry all of the adjustments from that I had to make because of what this week was showing me was wrong with my strategy, as I'm going back and looking at like the backtest data and seeing if there's anything that I need to now mark as invalid, I don't have the issue. So we're just in a kind of weird space though, because see, all right, no trade there. Let's see if we actually break this zone. We attempted to change the bias to an uptrend. We broke enough here, but then we immediately rejected, and that's why we're having this kind of consolidation. That doesn't look so bad on Rinkos, because I mean I did have an entry in there right here, right? But it just looks really bad on time-based charts. But that's one of the very reasons why I love Rinko so much, because it could be a chop fest, and when I look, it's not a chop fest. So at this point, I'm kind of waiting for the first pullback to happen for the buy. I'm not going to take a divergent sell because we got a lower low in the middle of these two highs. So right now, that invalidates my divergent setups, that one in particular. So we'll just wait. I didn't know what order was open in the account until I got the alert. Do y'all have a in Tradeovate, do y'all have like an orders tab that you can keep open? I know that when I used to use the CQG app when I traded my personal account, which it kind of looks like Tradeovate a little bit, just a tad, but I know there was like a way for me to keep an orders tab open, kind of like NinjaTrader as well. Do y'all have that ability? My kid's school got a program from 10 to 2. The problem is I worked from 7 to 3 last night, so I'm sleepy. Ouch. Oh, 10 to 2. Baby, that's right now. I was going to say, take you a nap. You can't. You cannot. Hopefully you ain't got to work tonight, because that's a dub. We need that to pull all the way back. I don't like the La La Land trades for this. I also kind of spent a little bit of time looking at the alternate pullbacks, the lower low to higher high to higher low. And I definitely realized that I needed to kind of redefine it, because before I basically was barely taking them at all. But I forgot that when I did this particular back test, I had a second minor level, and when I initially looked at the, that's going to be impossible for me to take. When I initially looked at the data, I forgot that like if the point of control was in a certain area, that really it never came back to my minor level at all, basically. So yeah, I just kind of screwed up a little bit with that, but it's all good. It's fixed now. So, all right, let's see. It's rejecting off my middle level right now, but all right, well there I can't take it at all because we would be closing on the top of that zone, which would invalidate that. I wasn't comfortable with it, the attempt to go up here, because it was so close to where the middle level changed from a downtrend to an uptrend, but now it just invalidated itself anyway because we closed right on the zone. Alrighty. So the level of resistance held, as you guys can see. Are we going to get a real push, or what are we going to do here? Kind of questioning how I want to do that. Kind of want the, let's see if we were, well, the POC is where I don't want it to be right now, but I kind of want the POC to be inside of this zone if it's going to drop in there. What is the one trade that I had lost yesterday? And I think it was a little bit different though. All right. POC ended up not being where I wanted it to be anyway, so it worked out. And I need to keep that level in mind. It's trying to push, but it's resisting heavily. Oh, there's the 1 bar pullback. Oh, that's whack. Why did the zigzag detach like that? All right, so I only broke even there because the zigzag just detached out of nowhere. I don't know if you guys can see, but it was attached here to go up and it detached itself. It was a good trade until that happened. Yeah, anytime the zigzag detaches, I have to get out. I bet you it's gonna win though. I don't think I've seen the zigzag detach like that. Most of the time when it does that, what'll happen is it's attached here, right? And when the price is like after this bar closes, it'll not attach itself to the current bar. But I'm almost certain that that was attached to this entry bar and it just detached itself. I'm almost certain. I could be wrong because I do have like a bunch of support and resistance levels right here. So maybe I saw it wrong. I'm not sure. Because if it wasn't attached in the first place, I wouldn't have taken the trade. I don't ever do that. So I'm not really sure. But yeah. I just rather not chance it. Good morning, Mr. Zone. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the sub. Good morning. Good morning. How goes it? That was crazy though. How many ticks did that go from that 1 bar pullback? 37. Yeah, I'm not sure why that detached like that. At least all of my break-evens today were not negative. Because sometimes it'll, take me right out at the entry price instead of being 1 tick in profit like it's supposed to be. So then I'm just losing money on commissions for literally no reason. Why do I have so many messages? I just went through all this shit last night. Thank you. And Apex, they appear active. Alright. So we might have a little bit of consolidation here. We got the major resistance level. We have the prior high. We have the current open, the prior close, the middle VWAP level. Like there's a lot here, right? And with this being the first resistance level, for those of y'all who are new, the yellow dot is the middle pivot level, but between the first resistance and first support, this creates like a little zone basically. So sometimes it's hard for it to push out of that zone. So we might just have some consolidation until we kind of figure out which way it wants to go. Okay, looks like we might have a little push through. We got a breakout. I'm just glad we didn't consolidate there for long. All right, I kind of don't really need any of these anymore. All right, so I'm just waiting for the first pullback. People are saying they're having rhythmic issues. I mean, y'all have been seeing me trade all morning. I mean, besides that one trade that didn't do shit, it never showed up. But, well, not never showed up, but it took forever to show up. But that's really it. We done went straight through news. I done forgotten everything. Actually, y'all, that, well, no, not really. So I forgot about news, right? But that 1 bar pullback trade, it did happen at 9:31, which is when I start trading again after low impact news. And I told y'all, I think it was yesterday, that I'm thinking about not having to wait 2 full swings after news anymore. That, and I'm also done waiting 2 full swings after market opens before I start trading, because when I tell y'all, the setup is there, so I legitimately have no reason to wait. Like yesterday alone, right? The first 2 swings after market opened were valid trades, and they were both wins. And then when it came to news, the first swing after the 8:45 news was a valid trade. It won. I sat out of it. Then there was 9:30 news. Okay. And the first 2 swings after the 9:30 news were both valid trades. One of them was a win. One of them was a break even. So legit, just from news in the open, 1, 2, 3, I had 5 trades. 4 of them won. 1 broke even. And let's see, that was good morning, Granny. That was $345 of profit missed out on just from that rule. But again, because certain things I've carried over from previous ways that I was trying to put the strategy together, I thought that stuff was important. It's not. So Now that things are different, I'm going to start trading it different because it makes no sense for me to sit out. Even Tuesday, I think I missed trades for the same reason. It might have been, no, maybe it was Monday. Yeah, it was Monday. Missed trades for the same reason. So I've learned my lesson with that. We ain't doing it. Good morning, futures trading with KeAmber. Good morning. Good morning. How are you this morning? You want Chick-fil-A? I'm also a Renko trader. Shut up. Oh, I love you already. You rarely see Renko traders. I love Renkos. I cannot stand time-based charts at all. In all my years of trading, I've always gone back to Renkos every single time. Are we cheering for Boston tonight or... Oh, Trenches, you cheering for the Mavs? Okay, so I can't lie. The Mavs were probably my last favorite team when I did used to watch the NBA, but that was back when it was like Dirk and Steve Nash and Michael Finley and all of them. So that lets you know how long it's been since I've had a favorite team. However, I would have to go for Boston because I am from St. Louis and so is Jason Tatum. And I actually watched him play when he was growing up. He was actually in school at the same time that one of my cousins was. Hold on, y'all. I think he was like a freshman maybe when my cousin was a junior or senior or something like that. So they actually played against each other. Now Bradley Beal, though, I watched him play since he was like 7 or 8. And when I tell y'all that boy was good from when he was that, I remember when he was this short little scrimpy kid with braids to the back. Okay. Now, I think him and my cousin are closer in age, if I'm not mistaken, because my cousin used to play against him quite a bit. Let me see, Bradley Beal age. Yeah, they're the same age basically. So they used to play almost every tournament that we had in St. Louis, and even some of the closer out of town tournaments, they always played against each other. Like, we knew that boy was probably going to the NBA when he was a child before he even hit middle school. So, and it's nice to see how well he's doing for sure. What's another who else from St. Louis was in the NBA that I watched when I was younger? Tyler Hansborough, I remember, was when I was a freshman in high school. Our high school team played his in like the right past the conference championships. So I guess it would be regional, I think. But I remember, so my freshman year, y'all, on our varsity team, our point guard was like 6'6". I don't know. When I go to high school games nowadays, I'm like, why are you kids so little? So, and our center was one of our guards was 6'10". So I think our center was like about 6'10", 6'11", if I'm not mistaken. And I remember when we walked in that gym and I saw Tyler Hansborough, I was like, is that a giant? I mean, legit, he could probably dunk the ball without coming off of the court, like coming off the floor. He's just so long. It was crazy to watch that. But we had some good players come out of this area for sure. I was hovering over the unsub button. Oh, Apple Jacks. Nah, I don't even watch NBA games anymore. I don't. All right, I'm not gonna trade here. We're getting some consolidation again. I am happy that I'm able to stay out of consolidation. That's the worst. I don't really want to trade going back towards those levels right there, so we'll just let the trade be what it is. The POC was too low in this bar anyway, so no matter what, it was going to be invalidated. Let's see. This is a very weird area to take a divergence trade. But technically, if the POC stays there, it is valid. Only thing is, if the zigzag changes, I have to get out of it anyway. And now the POC dropped, so it dropped where I don't want it to be. And I need to charge my phone. I wanted the POC to be in the wick of that bar. It was in the body, so no trade for me. This is what I like about this market structure indicator. Like, you see how because we keep rejecting off of this buy rotation level that it's trying to create a downtrend. I mean, we still had a higher high here, but it was close enough to almost be considered a double top. And if we do not push past this level, we're going to push down. Now, how far we push down, who knows? But once I see that first rejection and I see a second rejection, it is a higher chance for it to just go ahead and push down. But we'll see what happens. London was poo and I had stuff to do this morning, so no trades for me. And for once, I'm okay with that. Girl, let's talk about the growth. Now, even though you didn't trade this morning since you had stuff to do, did you have any setups though? Like, would you have ended up having any setups or any trades? Wait a minute. Did I? Oh, you know what? Oh, well, wait. I was gonna say, since the market's kind of slowing down a little bit, I don't mind showing you guys the trades that I took earlier. I can't take the trade where it is right now anyway. All right, so let's go back a bit and let's talk about it. Oh, I did not take that. Oh, because that's there. All right, so this is the first trade that I took that I told you guys I was supposed to break even on. You could see clearly the zigzag changed colors and I couldn't see it. So that's what happened there. This is the second trade that I took. That one won. This is the first trade that I missed out on, which was a full win, and it was just literally divergence with a double top. And don't ask me why I missed it because I don't know. The next trade was an alternate divergence, which was the second swing after a 1-bar pullback. Now this divergence I don't take after a 1-bar pullback, but the second one I can. And we got a full win there. This was the next trade here. Just a regular pullback. It was inside of the change zone. This was a trade that I was kind of questioning how I wanted this one to work out. And because of that, that's what made me miss out on, I think it was this, no, not that trade. It was this one. Missed out on this one. This was a full win. It was just a regular alternate pullback to my middle level. My middle level was like right there. So it wicked off of there. And I think everything else you guys saw. Yep, everything else you guys saw. So those were all the trades that I took and or missed before I got on the stream. All right, so let's look here. that trade is impossible for me to take. But yeah, I legitimately had, before 9 o'clock, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 8 trades in the first 30 minutes of the session. Speaking my language, we like stat. Oh, I was ready to take this one, but POC moved up too high. Even though we've dropped pretty low, we're still in an overall uptrend until we break this zone. Sometimes it just pulls super deep backwards and then just takes off. Is that where price rejected? I'm pretty sure one of my change zones was around there earlier today. Pretty sure. How many times have we changed biases today? Let's see. Started green, changed to red, so 1, changed to green, 2. Oh, just 2. My last trade was at 9:30. That was that 1 bar pullback. Okay. I am possibly interested in the sale here, but it kind of depends on where it rejects. That's so close there, even though I don't break even there though. We are pushing up off the overnight low, and right now I don't have any rules that say that I can't trade going back towards that or the overnight high. It's really just the regular support and resistance or the open high low close levels that I pay attention to those. Okay, that's right. Yeah, so really right now it just depends on where we fall and where the POC is at the time. And we're just gonna go for it. If it follows the rules, you go for it. Good morning, True Seeker. How are you this morning? Yep, I saw it right before I got on the phone call. It did exactly what I suspected. Well, it's still a win in my book. We might not be able to count it as a win money-wise, right? But it's still a win. So I would still journal it. All right, if it pushes down in this particular bar, I can't take it because we be closing, as you can see, we close right on these levels here. So we definitely don't want that. Uh-oh, I didn't mean to do that, sorry. Everybody's been reporting lag on Rhythmic this morning. They're still going. Yep. Alright, so that was invalidated. I don't take buys here, so we'll wait for... Don't take buys there. I can't take the divergent sell going back, so kind of screwed right now until we kind of push out of this little area. Right now, the minor and major trends are both uptrends, but the middle trend is a downtrend, and that's probably why we're getting so much resistance, and that won't change until 104.50. So it's kind of a waiting game to see what's going to happen. All right, even if we push down far enough, even here, like this would normally be a trade for me, but because we're pushing down from this major resistance level, I'm not going to take the trade. This is a deep regular pullback to my major level, basically. Okay. We tried to trade outside of the support and resistance, the major support and resistance zone, but we immediately, it's like a magnet, just came right back in. Oh, somebody at Top Step is getting a $134,000 payout. They've literally been delaying payouts all week to process this one. That's hilarious. All right. Let's see if this push off of the zone is enough to have us keep pushing, because right now I can't take a sell going back towards that zone. So let's see if we can actually push through. Somebody named themselves the name of a mod and fucked hard after it. I typically put setups I missed in my journal, especially on weeks like this, so the next NFP week I can see if anything worthwhile happened before. I think I'll be sitting on my hands until Power Hour. Stupid Chop Fest. Power Hour is what, 2 to 3, or is it 1 to 2? It's 2 to 3, right? Central? I always forget, since I don't even be paying attention at that time no more. These people are crazy. They are so angry. We looked into all the mystery orders every time it was hitting the buttons multiple times on Rhythmic. Yeah, we've been saying that, but people don't listen. But I get it. I mean, people panic and then they just keep hitting the close, and all it does is keep reversing. Now, I also will say, though, it does seem like a lot of times it has to do with the Apex copier. No tea, no shade. But a lot of people who have issues with certain stuff, like it reversing after they're out and stuff, it seems like they're using that copier. And I don't know if they're paying attention to their positions tab to see if, like, all right, if you're copying on 12 accounts, but you're not making sure that all 12 accounts are in that trade when you take that trade, then of course, when your leader is getting out, your leader's exit is that follower's entry, because a lot of copiers are made that way. They're not made to follow the actual order, right? So yeah, I don't think some people pay attention to stuff like that, which is their own doing. After 2 p.m. Eastern. Got you. Trenches, why you crying? Oh, because I said the fuck tar thing. I submitted an order in Quantar with a copy trader, and only 2 accounts out of 5 filled after a huge delay. Getting very tired of this Rhythmic thing. Really bad lag, but it comes and goes. Not for me, lag, and when yellow line shows up, but still okay with my trade. See, now when people talk about ghost orders, they're talking about something totally different than what I'm used to people talking about ghost orders with. Like, ghost orders for us initially, because we weren't getting put in trades that we weren't supposed to be in, was like let's say you have an entry on the chart and it hits it and it just turns orange and there's nothing that you can do. You can't cancel the order. You can't do anything aside from logging out of NinjaTrader and going, back. But Rhythmic and NinjaTrader, their orders are local, and I think I read that Tradeovate's orders are on the server. So I think that sometimes that's the issue with the Rhythmic crap and NinjaTrader. Or like earlier, I seen that happen where it said target filled or whatever, and I still saw an orange order on my chart and the P&L was still going. Now, I've learned to not touch any buttons because the order is gone. It's just not showing that it's gone on my screen. So if I hit close all and that orange order is there, even though I'm not in that trade anymore, as soon as the data submission fixes itself, it's literally going to at that point put me into, let's say I was in a sale, if I hit that close all button because I think I'm still in that trade because I see this orange order with the P&L continuing to go, it's going to put me into a buy. So I've definitely learned that and not to do that. Are we really going to sit here again? I just want to see us push through, what is this? 99, 25, 99, 50. I want to see us push through that way. Or I want to see us push to the downside. Something. We got an hour to go. Trade of 8 goat. At first I read it as trade of 8 gate. There has been a lot of rhythmic issues, I'm not gonna lie. I really hope though that some of the updates have fixed it. I'm looking for my I need to charge my Xbox headphones. That charge my phone headphones, which I feel like I need to get some new ones because I feel like they're not as loud as they used to be. And with them being the bone conductor with the open ear, I need them to be louder because I hear everything around me. Like, what the heck? All right, let's see if we reject off of this rotation level or if we actually push up. Let's see. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. I'm going back to look at something. It doesn't always work out that way. Every time we create the rotation level, we're rejecting off of it. Man, this is really choppy. I'm assuming Rhythmic is good to go, right? I mean, it maxed 10 contracts ghost order and blew all my evals that were halfway to target, and I didn't do that order. This happened around 10:25. I'm just staring at my charts without Rhythmic and Apex dashboard synced. I have additional levels in this area that you guys can't see, but that's why we're resisting so hard. Like literally there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 levels all in this one little area. It's just all congested right now. Okay, did I miss something? Did they not? Oh, I'm in the wrong. I hate when people try to... I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, please don't do that. Somebody asked what the price of the lifetime fee on the 250K is. Wait, are we getting it? No. And so I said $85 currently. Some random person responds, it's $212 or something. $85 is monthly. So now I gotta go take the screenshot to show you that you don't know what the fuck you're talking about because it's extended until July 15th. You could have just sat there and ate your food. Good morning, Sue. How are you this morning? Internet is back on. Okay. Did y'all have an outage or something, or was they working on something? I can no longer see any charts. Either Apex is still working on it because I don't know what to tell you. Usually you can't see charts if you blew the accounts. This is so ugly. Let you know, guys, my stop from my long trade was hit and suddenly I was short ghost orders again, so watch out. I don't understand what's happening. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't think that people are not having issues. I do think that some people are not and they're just jumping on a bandwagon. But I legitimately don't understand why these people are having those kind of issues. Like, why would your stop get hit and suddenly you're short? Did all of your orders get filled on the long? I don't get it. I think a lot of people have had this happen today, but Papa A says it's not true and we all are just bad traders. I had a trade in profit not being able to close. I don't know. I sometimes feel like it's people's internet. Some people. But I'm not one of those people because I don't like the whole it's your computer, it's your internet thing. But I don't even understand how these people are having these issues. I've never had that issue. Even with all the rhythmic issues going on, I've never had it enter me in an opposite trade. So I don't know what that is. You miss anything? Crappy market. Clowns always trying to insert their dumbass opinions. Yes. I expect it to sell off by 1%. Whether it happens is another story. That's what you're looking for, is a sale? Or are you already in the sale? Have any of them said if they're using a copier? Yes, St. Patrick's. I should be way more green, but you know what? We're just going to take the green as it comes. Yes, we are. Especially in this kind of chop fest. No, none of them said anything about a copier, but that's the other thing that I've been saying, is that I think that I think they're copying. I do. Some of them, not all of them probably, but definitely some of them have to be. How come Apex Copier keeps disconnecting? Any ideas? I don't know. That's why I don't use it. Once they updated it with all those big buttons and the big flatten all, just red all over the screen. When I tell y'all, seeing all that red gave me so much anxiety. I said, and I downgraded. And remember, I bought the affordable indicators copier because he had a 40% off sale, and I had already knew that like at some point I'm not going to be able to use this copier anymore because it's going to become outdated. Because once it becomes outdated, every time you log into NinjaTrader, it'll tell you that your toolkit is outdated and you need to update and all this other stuff. So I already knew that was coming, especially knowing on the back end that they were making updates and, you know, all of that. And I'm so glad that I did, because people's copiers are being desynced. Like, it's just too much going on. And from what I remember, there was never like a manual or anything. Even the first time that I got it, even when it was a very simple copier, there was no manual. And even the video that came with it wasn't all the way, it didn't have all the information in there, because I remember I wanted to know what one of the like copy settings was. You know how you could do like exact quantity, ratio. So I had a question about one of them, and I ended up emailing Apex Investing, and he basically told me that I shouldn't use it because he didn't know how to use it. He didn't know what the setting was. And I'm just like, huh? So yeah. And I see people talk about that copier just not being the greatest anymore. So I'm glad I switched, because I don't have any issues at all. I really do. It would be helpful if you could pop in main chat and let them know we had no issues. It's different when a message is coming from you. Actually came in so confident. I have lag, no one cares. But isn't it crazy that ghosts only started happening after the update? Nobody at Apex can put 2 and 2 together. My system is short. Outside of my system, I expect. If you're using NT trade copier, it can happen. I close long trades and then copier enters short. Now, which trade copier are you using, Sue? Are you using the Apex one? Okay, are we gonna get some movement here? Let's see, where did they close? Are we? And this is some heavy resistance. And the thing is, it's so hard to trade because even when you look here, like it's just slowly stair stepping in each bar instead of just pushing. It's like heavy resistance and heavy support just being so close to each other. Look at all the wicks here. And all the wicks from the sell or downtrend or attempt to is providing the wicks to go back up as well. It's very weird. Yeah, you're using the Apex one. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's the copier and it has nothing to do with rhythmic issues. I wouldn't be surprised. The only time I ever had an issue with that copier was when I didn't realize that, but this was when I first bought it. I just didn't realize that I had a follower account that didn't go in with the leader. And so I was put into a position when the leader closed. I didn't have issues with that copier, but what I will say is ever since they updated it, I've seen significantly more issues with that copier from other people than ever before. Ever. And the only reason I didn't have issues with the update is because I didn't update. I refused. But yeah, I'm not surprised. But they need to fix that. If that's an issue that a lot of people are having, they need to fix it. And this probably has something to do with the coding and how it closes orders, like the order submission. However, they have it coded in the Ninja script is probably what's causing the issue. All right, we got 30 minutes left. We've gotten somewhat of a push away, finally. Now let's see how long this lasts for. Let's see. And all right, I need to put that line there, because that line is important. Although we've already pushed past it though, but oh no. What is this green level? I think that's where the previous trend changed. Yep. So even if everything sets up exactly how I wanted to for this sale, I can't. Well, actually I can because it's gone now. This green line is from one of the previous times the bias changed, right? However, it always disappears once this level is broken. So I am okay to take the sale if it sets up the way that I want it to. But we'll see. I just need to end the day not red. That's all I care about. They say use your mind powers to tell them to shut the fuck up. Just sell off. It's trying. I think if it breaks this level, it's just gonna go. I mean, we've been resisting for so long at this point. And this is where the level is on. This is a 5-minute chart. So yeah, we break this level, we might push through. We do got some questionable wicks on these two bars though, so we'll see. $4.96. As long as we got an immediate zigzag change, but let's see if we can push through. Yes, no, maybe so. Oh, don't do me like that. Nope. No. No. You're annoying. I think with these trades, I might start to, oh, we'll see. The zigzag didn't even change on y'all's side. I don't know why it changed on mine, but I think with those, when the zigzag changes, I might actually just start breaking even though I don't really have rules for it yet, but it kind of makes sense because I'm trying to push through this damn zone. Damn, now I'm negative. I didn't want to end the day negative. But I literally just won this trade earlier today, so what can you do, you know? What can you do? Legit just won this trade earlier. Let me see where it is. I'm pretty sure it was a sell too. See if there's anything different about it. No, the zigzag changed last time too. Now, but the POC was inside of the zone that time. And I literally have been saying that I think that that's what I want. So I'm gonna make note of that. So when I took this same trade earlier, I don't care about going back towards the VWAP. That doesn't bother me. But when I took this same trade earlier, right, the POC was down in here, which I believe that was yesterday or the day before that I said that I think that that's what I want. But this time the POC was outside of the zone. So I might have to go back to that. At least when I'm inside of the zone and we're attempting to change. Now, if we had already like broke this zone, came back up and did some other stuff, that'll be totally different. But I think that that's how I want to play that one. I don't know though. I don't know. We gotta see. Very hungry. If not, are you a little thirsty too? We're gonna have to see about that one. This be the worst. Like, why you have to stop me out and then go? We knew what was happening. Okay, so that one doesn't count because it had already changed. Let's see, break even on that one. Yeah, see, I don't know. I really don't know. That one broke even. That one took profit. It was in a wick. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go through and really look at it. Just see how I want to treat that, because I genuinely don't know how I want to do that. All right, that's impossible to take. I'm gonna write in my trade journal that that's what I want to look at today. That's honestly the only thing I want to look at today. It's the only thing that I have a question about. That I have a question about still. Because everything else was right? Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. We will see. But all of that's my fault because of the mistakes that I made earlier that could have covered that, you know? The not breaking even when I was supposed to and ended up with a full loss, the missing 2 full wins, all of that. All right, no sale here. I'm gonna get this shit together though. Tomorrow, the goal is gonna be don't miss no trades. Don't sit out of anything that you're already... Now, I'm gonna sit out of stuff if I still have questions about certain things. But if I don't have anything on my cheat sheet for me to question for that particular setup, be taking it, baby. 50.03.836. Oh my God. Hello, sister. Hi, little sister. I'm not gonna yell at her today. Not you finna hide. You see a potential price crash? It ain't that I ain't noticed that you was here, girl. I'm over here filling out my trade journal because I forgot to do it coming into today. So when I wanted to write my little note for what I needed to look at, I couldn't do it because it wasn't even filled out. Wait, what? 22.88.11. What are the odds for triple double numbers? Okay. Keep that there. Oh, actually, wait. And then Applejacks, don't do that. I don't even be ignoring y'all. Sometimes I just be focused. But I always catch up. I always do. So are not even gonna acknowledge the rhythmic lag today. Oh, this was a good comment. Somebody said, I recently been approved on my 20 PA. Since approval though, I've got almost 100% lose rate. Any chance you could shoot some tips to improve psychology? Hold on, I'm gonna read the response. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. And a guy said, psychology is not usually the missing link. It's strategy and understanding what type of market it works best in. A lot of people become traders and do okay in high volatility, but when the market contracts, they start to give it all back and look for brain help. You can't, quote unquote, discipline something that doesn't work in the wrong market action. I like that question, or that answer. Oh, excuse me. Bruh, I entered a trade with 5 micros on my 2 evals and it entered me with 3 times that. Alright, let's see what we got here. I don't really like a buy here, even if it rotates how I want it to, just because we'd be at the top of that zone. And it didn't do it anyway. Cool. We got 20 minutes. I am going to end up red for no reason. I can't believe our trader goes down every day. I'm not scared. The market is tough enough and we have to put up with this. Somebody sent me a YouTube video of their issues that they had yesterday. Why you got video? Why you got music on that? Oh, that's your stop loss. What the hell? That is kind of weird. I'm gonna show y'all the video. Actually, I'm gonna just do it this way because I don't. Shoot. All right, hold on, because I'm trying to make sure I don't. Damn, how do I? All right. This is weird. So that's a stop there. But you notice, was that order? So the order was always orange up there. It just looked like it just never took his order. That was kind of weird. I mean, like I told him last night, it's nothing I could do about it. But that was very weird though. I mean, he was trading, it looks like the Dow, and I mean, but he only had 2 contracts, so I don't really understand why he wouldn't get filled. Hold on, I want to make sure I don't. I am looking to sell here if it sells off here. Just got 15 minutes to do it. Yeah, he just had 2 contracts. I don't know why he wouldn't get filled. I don't know. I don't know. Are you gonna do this? Trying to see if we're gonna freaking reject off this level and push down. It's the level or the zone that we changed directions with. 62, what is that level? 62.25. Alright, it's low enough. The POC is low enough. I really just want to see if it drops here. I want the POC to stay below the zone. It's the biggest thing that I want. I mean, we're rejecting. It's taking a lot just to reject here. I want to see this be the rejection that kind of like pushes us down for real. But it doesn't look like it wants to go. Still below at the moment. Now it's gone. $62.75. Short closed. Yeah, no greed, no greed. What's that, 3,000? All right, I can't take the sell now. We've pushed up too high. Zigzag is green. I really was hoping for a rejection here, especially with it. We would have been rotating over the rotation level, right? The sell one, and we were pushing off the bottom of the zone. That push would have been a really nice push, I'm sure. We just couldn't get it done. This is a joke. Oh, they kicked him out of the server. Your message could not be delivered. This is usually because you don't share a server with the recipient, or the recipient is only accepting direct messages from friends. Well, he must have kept going in that dang on chat last night and they kicked him out because of it. Was the person talking trash? Probably. Well, he probably just kept talking over and over about his issue, more than likely. And he could have also, because he sent me the YouTube video, he could have also, I know they banned somebody for embedding a YouTube link inside of a comment or something. And it probably was him. I don't remember, honestly. I don't. Oh yeah, that Discord's out of control. But you know what? Monkey see, monkey do. They see the way that some of the mods act. And I literally had to say stuff about that last night, because what I'm tired of is banning people for doing what y'all do. They are trying to ban somebody that I've been cool with since. The crazy thing is, this particular person, my trading buddy, we got cool because of a disagreement we had in one of the channels when the Discord kind of first came out. And we've been cool ever since. Like, that's my dog, right? And he got kicked out of the server of another prop firm because he was taking up for Apex, right? Now, what he did say in that server was that the mods, he said Apex staff are idiots, right? And that has these people in a tizzy. Now, first of all, he already explained to me that he said that because there were orange mods that were giving incorrect information. And he had to go behind them and correct the information. And he also said that he initially thought that all mods were staff. To them, well, he called us idiots. And while that might be the case, he did do that. Why are y'all in a tizzy? Y'all call members idiots all the time. You might not do it publicly, but you call them idiots all the time. What's the problem here? And y'all have it out for this man because he called y'all idiots. What's the big deal? And I'm like, yo, he's been in this server since day one. He's very helpful in different channels. And y'all continuing to try to get him out of here is not cool to me. And then one of the mods was like, well, because I said, you know, he's human. Everybody's human here, right? People have feelings. People, whether they're going through something in trading, whether they're not going through something. If they feel like you're an idiot, maybe you are an idiot today. But if he was just a regular person that's just coming in here, continuing to bash Apex, continuing to complain over and over and over, okay. But he's not. And he has the right to voice his opinion. And what y'all don't understand when it comes to PR is the more y'all ban certain people for speaking their mind. So why are you trying to ban this person for being condescending? And when he is being condescending, most of the time, it's like in a humorous type of way. Like, I know you ain't just asked that. Like, that kind of thing. You have mods who literally get complaints every day. Whether it's in tickets, whether it's on Twitter, whether it's in other Discords, whether it's in the Apex Discord. They will literally tag them. I just told y'all. One of the ones who gets complaints all the time, somebody got banned, joined back with a new name that said that person's name and fucktard behind it. Why? Because you're rude and you're condescending all the time. So if y'all are going to do it, I said, how many times have we sat back and voted on banning people from being mods because of how they act, because of how they talk to people, because of how condescending they are? I said, it looks like a complete abuse of power and I'm not cool with it. I'm not. And at that point, it had nothing to do with me taking up for somebody who, you know, we cool. It's just about principle. And so one of the guys said, well, basically trying to say, well, the mods are humans too, and we should care about their feelings before we care about others. No, we shouldn't. I made it clear. I treat everybody the same. I don't care if you're a mod or a regular member. Period. I treat everybody the same. And if y'all are going to hold these people to a certain standard, maybe we should hold ourselves to a certain standard, because half of y'all wouldn't even be here. And so one of the guys was like, you know, he was saying that one of the people who was he's just so hell-bent on getting this guy banned on the next time he says anything. First of all, it's a whose dick is bigger contest. It's an abuse of power. It's too much testosterone in there. It's, I was the geek who got no attention in school growing up, so now I have some power and I'm going to use it. That's all this shit is. Because the 4 women in there, we don't do all that. Now, KeAmber, she just be flying off the handle because she a firecracker, right? That's just her. But she's calmed down a lot because she realized that, yo, like, and I told them, I said, y'all have to realize in this Discord, we are the first line of customer care, whether we are volunteers or not. I said, just like you are trying to say that these people shouldn't be saying certain stuff, y'all are volunteers and y'all are representing Apex's way. So when you in your feelings, maybe you should log out. You ain't even got to be here. You're not paid to be here. Log out. Like, when I tell y'all I was angry, I was angry. Like, they like, well, can we pause this because the main chat is going crazy and we need help in here? Ain't no pausing. Because why are y'all so hell-bent? This is not important, bro. It's not. Why do y'all care so much? Y'all caused this. And I told them, I've been saying this to y'all for weeks, for months at this point. I have told the head that I did not even want to be a mod anymore because of the way y'all act. It ain't got nothing to do with the customers. I don't give a damn about the customers. When I see questions that I don't want to answer, I skip them. When people try to, like the dude earlier, that ain't right. Cool. Let me go grab this screenshot real quick. I ain't got to say nothing condescending. I ain't got to do none of that. Because I already know I'm right. But these people are on power trips. And I cannot take it. I literally cannot take it. I can't. Yeah. Misinformation all the time. And it's like, I could see if it's something like, okay, for instance, when the guy asked me what the lifetime fee was and I just put the PA fees link, forgetting that it was a sale. Because y'all know I don't pay attention to the promos most of the time, especially if it has nothing to do with me. I just don't, right? But there's so much misinformation. So much. And it's one thing if a regular member says something, but now you as somebody who is supposed to be informative and knowledgeable, you're giving out the wrong information. If I don't know, I don't answer. I just don't, right? Like I don't. It's annoying, especially one mod. Oh, dude, he hasn't answered one question at all. Just dumb comments. Honestly, I think it's because he probably didn't want to be a mod anyway. One of his friends who's a mod wanted him to be a mod because he was answering people's questions at one point, and yeah, that's basically all it is. Short re-entry, I win that competition every time. All the women are nice from what I've seen. Yeah, you have me, you got KeAmber. Now there's CBD Queen, who she's a staff, and then there's, what's her name in there? I feel like it's Blues Girl. She's not really around that much. But oh, my best friend FaceTimed me. My other one. You probably trying to check on me because I went crazy. Y'all, I have Road Trenches back on Discord. He gonna tell me, girl, focus on your chart. Okay. But yeah, so I'm gonna try to be in there a little bit more because I just feel like it's a sausage fest, and I feel like people are fed up with the way that these guys talk to them. So I'm gonna try to be in there a little bit more. But like I said, my biggest thing and why I keep disappearing is because I don't like the way the mods talk to people, and I don't want to be associated. I'd rather just go back to being my helpful little self with my green name and leave it at that. All right, so this is where we are on the accounts. Oh, I forgot to remove that one. We have account 24 now since they reset my other one. But yeah, so just down commissions, basically. Not a bad trading day. I'm actually impressed with how my strategy held up today. You guys know yesterday was super choppy, and I think by the time I looked through everything, I probably only had maybe 2 valid trades or something like that. I don't remember, but there was a lot more trades today. I took 9. Let me go look at the stats. I won 3, lost 3, broke even 3. So even with all of that, if the very first trade that I lost, I would have broke even when I was supposed to, we would have still ended up green. So I can't be mad. You know, I really can't be mad. Still positive overall on the balance. I'm basically down like $220 for the week though, because this account started at $50,237 if I'm not mistaken, but not a bad week. So I'm very interested to see how we're going to go into tomorrow. One thing that I will have to remember with tomorrow though is that I can't take any divergence trades off the new highs and lows. That's the only rule that I have for Fridays, and that's because we all know that most of the time Fridays, it could be chop fest all week, and on Friday, we're actually at some point, typically before I get off the stream, we're going to see a trending day. So we'll see what happens, but yeah, I'm satisfied. Don't forget non-farm also. Oh yeah, it is, ain't it? We're definitely going to have to see what happens. None of my other strategies really mattered when it came to certain news events, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I thank you guys for tuning in. Please like the video on your way out if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye guys.